On page 25, there's an item there that says outside services. We have budgeted about 110,000 there. On page 25, there's an item there that says outside services. We have budgeted about 110,000 there. Can you give me, is that a bucket of different things to be done, or what was that? Do you remember? It's 25 is about.
It's about 2/3 of it is a while.
We got 125, and this year's budget, is that for leak repairs?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay, okay.
What other items are contained in that?
When we needed to use it for Brenda,
Okay.
the guy that comes to our office,
Okay,
type of things,
okay.
contractors, such as.
I just didn't know if that was like merge or whatever, that's what I was trying to figure out.
No, those wind up in the, either in the repair maintenance distribution,
Okay,
repair maintenance intake line, or in the project service line replacements.
okay, thank you.
Intake line for the project service line replacements.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay.
I'll
Any
move.
other board comments? Amber?
No, sir.
Russ? Okay, Jim? David?
I'd like to go ahead and move approval of the budget.
Okay. First from Dan to approve the budget. Jim second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So that will conclude that portion of the meeting is 2:23 p.m. All right. The next item on the agenda is 5B and C.
Excuse me, did you guys approve the budget?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay, thank you. Items 5B and C, and this is the adoption of a resolution approving a plan check and inspection agreement for the water system improvements to serve the Dollar General store on Las Palmas Way at Highway 132, and adoption of a plan check for the Don Pedro storage on Las Palmas. That's what this package is, and if I have my pages correct, it's about pages 28 through 48. And it was noted and brought to my attention that on page 30, there's a printed date in there, and there is no month. This agreement is made the 16th day of 2017, but we do not have a month in there, so I don't know.
January 16th.
So we need to get that corrected as well.
Actually, if you take a look at the front page of the second agreement, I was able to, in reality, we've waited for about 2.5 weeks for these to be returned to us, and they got back to us Thursday.
Yeah.
So it was unfortunately a little bit of a rush to put it all together, but you can see that on page 40, you don't have some of the same problems, because I completed this, and then it gets approved, and then the customer signs it. On this one, if I can so ask the board to give me the authority to make those changes, to remove things where there were choices to be made, like California Corporation, individual sole proprietor. Those were all choices for them to fill in.
Okay.
And then also they probably couldn't fit the date in there.
Okay, so why don't we go, is there any public comment on this?
Danny, are you combining B and C together in this discussion instead of
think we
taking them
should.
apart? Just-
I think we should, because
Okay.
to me, it's basically the same thing, and that there's gonna be very minimal, I'll say differences, it's just two different customers, so I'd like to combine B and C if there's no objection from the board.
I agree.
Okay. I just want to be clear for the vote and for any
Okay.
comments from the.
Okay. Mr. West, comments?
Yeah, mine's generic on the contract, so it won't make any difference.
What page, buddy?
Two questions. Number one, I believe both of these places are in the place of use.
And what page are you on?
That was gonna be my question.
What page?
Oh, I'm
He's
not.
asking,
Oh,
is
okay.
this outside
The-
place?
the
Oh,
Outside
okay.
place of use. Both of these places located inside the place of use, so there's no water issue from that standpoint. Second question, it appears that all of the responsibility for the setting the systems up, setting the pipes up, setting everything up, is the responsibility of the store and the,
Right.
but our responsibility then is to look at their plans and approve those plans, as well as manage those plans. My question is who in our CSD is going to do that?
And I think if you go back to, we're talking about getting somebody to do that plan check, because we do not have that expertise in-house. So, and that price would be added on to the cost of their,
So we're gonna go to the outside and hire somebody to come and check those for us.
right,
Okay, that's all I want.
because we don't have the expertise.
Right, I realize that.
And that cost will be added on to their
That's
bill.
it, okay.
Thank you.
Just to follow up, because I didn't hear, you said both those properties, the projects are within the MID POU? Mhm, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes. They were within the place.
Okay, they look like it on the map.
Yeah, I think that's all I can go by.
Right.
Both properties current have meters, correct? There's already water service to these.
You can't really take that into consideration because it's completely a different situation. They're both having to meet fire flow requirements. That's the reason.
But are
for
we
the-
serving those customers water today? I mean, if I go
Those
to
lots? The lots.
those lots,
Yes.
there's water there today, so, just, it's, we
This is
just.
expansion,
Okay,
but it'll have to be expanded.
right, okay, all right. Any other public comment? Can I bring you back to the board, any board comment? Emery?
Approved as to form, I really like to see that by
Do what?
Approved as to form, we finally got that on the contract, Raymond's signature, I like
Russ?
that. We haven't had that, long,
Reset the contract.
Is it our right to say no? I mean, what they're asking us to do
What
is.
does that mean if
What
we say
when I
no?
say no? What if we three of us said no? What's the backside of this thing? I mean, I don't have a reason to do that, but I just want to know what our options are.
I would say we probably got a letter from their attorney, I would expect. I mean, we have a monopoly within this area. We have the right to require connection to the system, and people are required to connect to the system if they're within the district and connected and have infrastructure available, and we have water supply available. If we were on our drought restrictions right now, it would be a little bit difficult. However, the other districts did it, but didn't allow construction water during the drought. Allowed construction water, and also did not allow them to meet the landscape requirements. So those kind of things are, but answering your question, yes, we would have to provide it unless we had some reason that we were prohibited.
I can understand that, because you ruin their property value. So, you gotta be provided insurance, it's curious.
I think the only reason though is because of a line extension, because you said that a long time ago, if there's a line extension, the board approves line extensions, I do recall that statement. That's the reason it's before this board, because otherwise it's just a normal connection situation. I want to build a store, can I have a meter? Yeah, okay, fine. No line extension, because, let's say the fire lines are there.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be involved. But because there's this line extension, we have to approve the line extension. It's something you said the board does.
Right,
A
yeah.
long time ago, maybe a week ago.
It was longer ago than that, but that was based on, there'd been a lot of documentation in the files as well, too, that where different commitments were made over time to different properties that were somewhere inside the boundaries, somewhere outside the boundaries, and, and this is the absolute way to make sure that everyone knows about it, and no question.
I have no comments. This looks to me like everything is here, and I would go ahead and make a motion.
Probably get to Jim first. I'm sorry. Any comment, Jim?
Yes, I think we already serve service to the second property. The first property I get, there's a no-brainer, they're gonna have to combine some stuff and make some changes based on their proposals. The second property, 14444, is a storage facility that's already in place.
Yeah.
And they already have service there, if I'm correct. I struggle with why do they need to construct a new main if they already have service? Do they have plans to expand?
Yes.
In some way, shape, or form? And if so, what does that expansion entail? How do we as a board not know that they're gonna put a car wash up there or something like that? That would be my concerns. I have no details as to why they want to expand.
Purpose.
It's a storage facility. How much water do they need?
They're gonna store water.
And that's my question. So, this is not an application for new service. This is an application for expansion of their existing service. And I have some questions, I have some more questions concerning that one.
Okay, and I want to answer, I want to make sure we address those, because the county is the one who requires compliance with the fire codes. Okay, so the county is the one who says in their conditions of development, when they go through the permitting process or go through the planning process to do the environmental review, okay? And I can tell you both projects went through the environmental review process. And so they have certain conditions that they have to meet. One of them is they've got to meet a certain level of fire flow as required by the State Forest Marshal's Office and the adopted county standards. So if it doesn't exist, they got to build it. And that's just to build the buildings. And yes, they've submitted plans. In fact, we received them now for their construction of the buildings on site. And that's the property on the corner of Las Palmas and El Prado. Okay? So they are going to be building additional storage buildings out there. I mean, we don't, as far as how big, what they store, all of that's not a concern. So the water supply is probably, I haven't looked at their plans yet, probably to serve an office that has a bathroom, that they occupy on occasion or whatever. And then the primary is fire flow. The ready to serve situation, and they're actually having to put in 2 fire hydrants on this one. So they've initially proposed to extend the main through the existing facility into the other property, because that's the main that they knew they were going to have to come off of. So they're just lucky that they have that other property. So coming across that and cheating and putting a fire hydrant basically at either side of their new property.
So when they submit their proposal for work, they're required to give us a detailed description of what they're doing. So they can't give us one thing, and this is the dummy in me who doesn't know this stuff. They can't say, we're going to build some more storage facilities and we need to properly protect them with the fire suppression system. They can't say, we changed our mind. We want to put in a car wash.
Or a subdivision.
What's gonna happen?
Not legally, but
Do we have recourse?
we have our water rules and regulations, and we have the ability to turn their water service off.
Based on the fact that they are in violation of what they submitted.
Yeah, they'd have to apply for service for a change in use, because And in reality, the county should notify us. They are not always that good at it, either county. When a building permit is pulled, notifying the district that there's a permit, and then we'll reply back. Hey, this is a change in use, they've got to submit a revised application. As a condition of their permit, they'll get that. They don't always do it. So yes, to some degree, we have to be aware that sometimes those things do happen. The golf course, as an example, when they first built their condominiums and their restaurant and all kinds of things, they had toilets tied on to that fire suppression system. And so they were flushing for free, you know? And so anyway, we had to,
Okay, no, that's my concern. We do our due diligence and know. And that's the, that obviously we're opposite ends of the spectrum, fire suppression and car wash. But that could be a scenario. I don't think it's the case, but it could be. And I just want to make sure that we've done our due diligence to do the research, that they're not building a car wash or apartment complex. Or
Olympic pool.
no,
a swimming pool for the community and
Okay.
everybody pays $10, something like that.
but so another thing that happens is when we sign the agreement, they give us the money, the deposit, then we review the plans.
Right.
Okay?
We'll see the detailed plan.
See the details.
Yes, I read
And
that.
that's been, I would expect a call from Elizabeth saying, hey, wait a minute, these guys have got a demand listed for their swimming pool
Right.
of this amount, so not only is it the hydrant, but then they're gonna need a trench meter and all this.
No, I'm good now.
So, okay.
That was a
All that.
concern, and I know some of you were thinking it. I just said it.
They are gonna put a car wash in, but they're gonna recycle all of that.
We're not standing for a minute, but, the bottom line is, they wouldn't get their occupancy permits if they changed midstream on what they were doing there. We'd have to go all the way back and start all over.
Well, they have occupancy already, and that was my key. There's already a
New
meter,
construction, they would.
but there's already a supply of water there. They're saying they want to build a new main. Why? I got an answer.
They're being required to build it, they wouldn't.
I get it, I get it. Okay, I'm comfortable. I would like to move to approve. Beat you to it.
So if you make approval, you need to know both addresses on here, because we are approving both of these.
There is, and that was a question, my apologies. The first does not have an address, it just gives a location. Is there an address assigned there yet?
There is an address.
Well, there's multiple addresses.
You have to pick
There's a
one.
trailer park there now. So have they designated, has the county designated an address? This is 1444440 Las Palmas,
APN number would do.
APN number, something like that.
There's two things. There's what they gave us in the name, of the project, that's the LLC, because we gotta make sure that the applicant,
The APN number's in there, I'm sorry, it's there.
So you're approving both items, resolutions for both?
Do you want to, go ahead, Dick, make the approval.
Okay, so let me go ahead, I'll just
He's
go
got
ahead and
something.
I'll read the motion and include the other. So I move to adopt a resolution approving the plan, check, and inspection agreement for the water system improvements to serve the Dollar General store planned for construction on Las Palmas Way at Highway 132. And that's LaGrange, California. And the other address is Lake Don Pedro Storage at 1444 Las Palmas Way. Yeah. All right.
Got it back.
Second.
I'll say.
Jim will second. All in favor? Unanimous vote approved. Okay.
It's gonna be, they're gonna recycle their water. That's what you're concerned with.
The next item is, we've had a little bit of discussion on, and this is a letter on pages 49 through 52